And welcome back, everybody, to Celeste 80% League for this final week. We've got Marlin versus Psyched here, and I'm Troy of Athens joining you for this match. So it looks like they're starting off right into it in this recording that we have of theirs. But because of that, I'm just gonna do this on my own. I'm just gonna, I have it open on the side here anyway, so while this is happening, I'll go over it anyway. Marlin, just below TGH at 662, the 751 difference, so, it's like what is that, like, 751 minus 662, I'm totally not using a calculator, 89 point difference, yeah, just double checking that, yeah, okay, so, would need a full win to surpass TGH and take the first place spot, otherwise he's probably secured in the second place spot right now. And we've got Psyched down in 8th place. And his next place up is 428. So he has enough for that. Yeah, he's 43. Needs 43 points to overpass, to pass over Aurora Dash right now, who does still have his game left today, so. We got players going on right now. Marlin having a little bit of a flub, allowing Psyched to catch up there. Take the lead currently. And yeah, Marlin just a little bit of trouble here. Psyched looking to definitely be in the lead after the end of chapter 1. Of course, not by much, but it's still there. Still very much noticeable. We got a 133 for Psyched and a 136 for Marlin. Okay, so starting out with chapter 2, we've got that Psyched with that 1 screen lead. Make that 2 screens as Marlin is going to take a death, not regaining his dash when he needed to. As we have started off the Dream Block sequence, hit the cutscene, and now we have Dream Blocks activated, and then we'll be going into the chase sequence part. Alright. So far, so good with both sides here. Psyched managing to maintain the lead, given that he hasn't really had any major mistakes yet. Marlin looking the same though, managing to keep on his tail. Yeah, both players showing that they have, one of the shorter chapters down at this point. First 2 chapters tend to go fairly smoothly. First chapter for Marlin, not so much, but the second chapter seemed definitely more into it this time around. Okay. Finishing up here. Looks like Psyched had a little bit of trouble. I looked away for a second, I'm sorry. But Marlin is going to lose some momentum, not going to get in there, and Psyched is still going to finish first with all that going on. Yep, Psyched with a 323 to Marlin's 327. Okay, into chapter 3 here. I'm just trying to get my chat reopened because for some reason it wasn't working. At least I don't think it was. No one was chatting. Both we need to fix, so. Okay, so keeping that lead. Keep in mind he's also got that 3-second timer desync going on. But Marlin with the faster strategy is definitely allowing him to catch up a little bit there. Psyched still looking to be in the lead thanks to that, as you can tell from the timer desync. So yeah, they are in sync RTA wise, so that means Psyched is about 3 seconds ahead. And yeah, just seeing these moves, pretty much in sync. Marlin gonna be a bit smoother in the huge mess right now. Yeah, much less trip ups. Possibly tied at this point. Oh! Psyched gonna fall there. Definitely gonna give Marlin a slight edge there. 5-10 on the button. And 5-10 to Psyched. We are basically tied. If the restreamer wants to give just the 3-second pause to Marlin, just so we can see that tie going on, because it's there. If not, I can keep going as it is. Marlin hitting the button for the books on 37, looked about. Psyched at 39, so Marlin has taken the lead, it seems. Oh, not gonna get that corner boost. Gonna give Psyched the opportunity, who's unfortunately not gonna be able to take that opportunity at all. Marlin with the third button press at like 6:04. And Psyched at 6:05. As we head into the elevator shaft section of Chapter 3. Oh, missed one of the coins. Gonna have to go back for it, but dies. That's gonna give Psyched an opportunity here. Definitely gonna be able to take it, as it looks like Psyched has potentially taken the lead off of that. Both of them gonna be coming up on Demo Dash shortly. That's gonna be very important to see who can be in the lead into the Oshiro section. Psyched not going for the checkpoint and is gonna get it first try. Marlin went for the checkpoint and lost it. Now is gonna be scrounging to get that, get back that lead that they once had, as Psyched is definitely seems more composed in this later part of Chapter 3. Marlin taking another death after the demo dash. Working through the Oshiro section, Psyched is going to be taking a short death at the start. Taking another one though. Marlin slowly getting up to that screen, is now on it. Timer desync still in there. Psyched keeping that lead on that final screen of the Oshiro, final screen of the chapter. Psyched gonna be out of there first at a 7:48, it looked about. 7:49, alright. And Marlin, 8:02. So we've got 13 seconds ahead for Psyched. Good lead for him too. As we are in Chapter 4 now. Psyched taking a little bit of a pause in that bubble room. Okay. Psyched gonna be coming up on the first auto scroller very shortly. Marlin not too far behind, at least RTA wise here. Psyched gonna be going for that ultra. Marlin going for the boxless as he has been known to do lately, and taking the berry along with him. First try. Psyched might have taken the lead with that. Sorry, Marlin might have taken the lead with that, and I don't believe he has actually quite yet. He's very close to it though. Basically tied, given that transition that I just saw. Marlin probably has taken it at this point, but that death is not going to help. Okay, Marlin into the second auto-scroller. We're, of course, going for this Ultra. Gonna go for boxes on the first one. Of course, you're gonna go for the Ultras. Psyched doing the same. Psyched is definitely caught up a little bit here. Oh! Oh my god, Psyched. That hurt him. He would have been tied, essentially, but Psyched having that little mess up with the stamina and just wasn't able to get up the wall. Luckily didn't die, but definitely still lost time from it. Oh! Tough death for Psyched there. Okay, Marlin, just 2 more screens. Final screen now. Getting a 240 on that IL, very good for him. So a 10:44 on the file timer. And a 10:52 for Psyched. We're looking at about an 8-second lead for Marlin into Chapter 5 now. Marlin going for a lot of corner boosts in the beginning there, trying to get even the fractions of a second right now in Chapter 5A. We only stay here for about a minute, so little things I guess can help, but it's compared to time saves that you could find in other chapters, you know, there's not much here because we're only here for a minute. We're only here for so many rooms. Marlin going for that yeet, not going to be able to get the corner boost at the end. Psyched going for it as well, not going to get it either. Okay, Marlin having a little bit of trouble on the cassette room. Oh, he's going to be taking that death. I did not think he was going to. He was maintaining it so well, surviving, adapting to his mistakes, but it was not enough, and he did end up dying there. Looks like they are just about tied going into 5B. Okay. Marlin, the first into the Bubs drop, is going to be able to get it on that first try. Going to be going through the rest of 5B now. Psyched on it as well. And going to get it first try. Keeping that distance. Marlin going to be taking a death on this red bubble room. Oh, but Psyched going for a cycle skip and not going to be getting it. Going for a different bubble skip now. Ooh, and just barely on that reverse hyper. Okay, Marlin gonna be heading into the mirror. Both of them on the same screen, but this is a longer screen, so it doesn't necessarily tell us too much yet. 13:30 when the screen widened. So right here, 13:26. So Psyched ahead by about 4 seconds. By about 3 to 4 seconds, really. Oh, but Psyched not gonna be able to get the fall off right at the end, dying. That's gonna lose a large amount of time. And taking a second death, Marlin is definitely in the lead after that. Oh! Oh, wow, that's save from Marlin. Good job being able to get through, but no! Somehow still dying to the Seeker at the end. Wow. Gonna now be going through the Seeker Gauntlet. Still ahead, I believe, but he is losing time, definitely, you know. Spent a lot of time in this Theo section. Fishing out. 14:51 at the end there. And 14:58 for Psyched, so a 7-second lead. I can do math. To Marlin into chapter 6. And Psyched's going to be going for that 6B route, as some of you are aware, but that's why I'm making you aware of it now. Like, one of the 2 players in the league who goes for the 6B chapter in his route. Everyone else just sticks to staying in 6A. Psyched a little bumped up on the feather navigation, but Marlin having trouble with the lake skip on his 4th try. Able to get it that time, but definitely spent way too much time there. Gonna allow Psyched to catch up and take that lead. And yep, here's Psyched going to the left instead of to the right on this screen, so he can go find that cassette. Is trying for a Revo's nonsense. Oh, misses the wave dash part that he tried to get there. Also tried for a wave dash that time, spending too much time on this section right now. Gonna have to be pretty good on this 6B for it to help him, because already this route is hurting him. Psyched definitely having experience in this route at this point. Been doing it the entire season. Oh, and taking a death there. Yeah, the potential gain optimally of 6B is pretty much gone, as someone in the chat did point out. That is very true. But it doesn't necessarily mean that he will be behind or be further behind out of chapter 6. Not looking good so far, though. Has taken another death about halfway through that screen, as Marlin is just coasting through in the hollows section of 6A. Not going to be getting the fast feather, it looks like. So maybe I spoke too soon, but it's still very much a case of Psyched losing time here in 6B. Not going to be having the best luck right now. Okay. Psyched now in the vertical falling section, while Marlin finished his. Psyched has a much longer vertical area than Marlin has to deal with. It's about, I think it's like 7. It's somewhere between 5 and 10 screens. I'm not sure exactly, but it's a lot. It's a lot of screens of just vertical. Marlin in his battle and fight. And while it is kind of hard to keep exact track on this stuff, I will say that generally I feel, especially with the 1 minute difference that you start it, you know, like you do 1 minute and then you go into 6B, whereas for Marlin, he just goes through 6A normally. The portions around it are just about like the same, like the pacing, it ends up being around the same, so you know, you're in that battling section right around when another player would be in the battling section, from what I can tell. I'm not 100% sure on if that's very accurate, but it just seems that way. It's like not going for the intended demo that was put in by the developers, or made easier by the developers. It was always there, just, you know, widened. But both of them now dealing with the battling section. Marlin been in this area for some time already, looking to be in the second half of it. There is no second half for Psyched, though. I not as good at keeping track of exactly battle and stuff in 6B. In 6B, it tends to be for me knowing what the final screen of a section is, not so much how many screens from that final screen they are. On the other hand, we do have Marlin, who's making very good time right now. And as I say that, the timers completely deteriorate, and I can't tell what the timer says anymore, so maybe he's on good time. I'm not sure anymore. And from what I can tell, I am right about that, actually. Yeah, looking at a high 5.4x, pretty good right there. Not the best time that you can see out of chapter 6, but it's still a very good one. Psyched finishing it out on the final screen of 6B. And definitely going to be behind Marlin going into chapter 7. Okay. Despite the lead that Marlin has, we do definitely need a bit of a sync. I mean, they are pretty close timer-wise, it actually seems right now. Just be a couple seconds, really. Yeah, overall, still a very good 6B, not losing too much time over Marlin. I didn't actually see what his IL time was for 6B, so if someone in the chat noticed that or took note of it, please let me know, because I'm curious. But otherwise, we got players very close together. Marlin about half a section ahead right now in terms of these shorter sections right now, with us being only in 500 meters. So about 3 screens, I'd say, ahead. (22:10) on that cutscene skip from Marlin. Oh, 4-3x. That's all right. I think for Psych standards, it's pretty good. Can be about 10 to 15 seconds behind Marlin right now for Psych. Fun off Dream Hypers. No, it's still. I didn't mean to say it like that. He did get a very good. Like, it's still very good of a 6B. He didn't go for the crazy strats, but I believe like the most optimal 6B you can get is like a high 4-1x, somewhere around there. In a run, at least. Cassette is a little over a minute in, but he grabbed the cassette. He was out of 6A at around 112. So yeah, he had a decent cassette. Anyway, moving on. Five 4x. On people saying 5-5x. Anyway, okay. Looks like we did get that sync at some point where I wasn't looking because they are very much in time. Either that, it's the cutscene skips happen, and we got some players who are very close, going into 2,000 meters. This could go either way right now. I was looking at chat for too long, and I don't know if the restreamer synced it or the dashes on their own, but right now we are looking at synced RTA-wise and very much in-game as well. And I think someone's joining me, and that's why I got dropped out for a second there.
Hello.
Hi, Programmatic. How you doing? Joining me for this final part, which is getting very hyped. So yeah, glad to have some company.
it's a much more exciting match than I was expecting to be. I was busy when the race started, but I couldn't miss this. This is one of the closest races we've seen in a while.
Very much so. The closest race we've had of the season was still only within 5 seconds, as opposed to season 1 where we had, I believe, a match where it was within a second of each other. So we've been waiting for these close matches. They haven't been happening as often this season.
This is like a second of a difference at most, probably less.
They really haven't been happening as often this season as they were last season. So it's good to be seeing it. Marlin gonna be taking that lead though, Psyched having some trouble.
Yeah, some movement there is giving Marlin maybe 2 extra seconds of lead. 2 to 3.
It looks just about.
Oh, Psyched. He's gonna need that. Oh no!
Yeah, his concentration is being sapped right now. He is struggling so much. Just gotta find that level head right now as he continues to make mistakes. Yes, and there is another one. Psyched just falling so far behind because of not finding his balance. 26:34 for Marlin's cutscene skip into Summit. Psyched definitely still has a chance, but it's gonna be.
Yeah, that was he lost at least 15 seconds.
Yeah.
In that one.
Yeah,
almost 20 seconds even.
Yeah. Second gap there. 18 to be like really exact if you want to be, but you know, it's hard to say given that Marlin working through 3000 right now. I haven't seen any mistakes from Marlin yet in this section. So. Marlin heading into the updraft section. So far so good. Psyched coming just behind, into that updraft section now. Oh,
dashes up right a little too early.
Gonna be taking a death on 17.
And all updraft deaths are big. There is no short flag enough. So.
Marlin working on the final 10. While the wind still is blowing up for a few of these flags, I don't really count them so much as part of the updraft section. You know, I go by 10s pretty much. The final 10 is its own part. That was
an odd misdirect.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with Psyched with that one. Just a misinput for that dash. Marlin working on flag number 2. Psyched just entering flag 6. So yeah, Marlin looking like he's gonna be able to take this one.
Yeah, Marlin takes it with 29-13.
You heard me say that slowly because I'm typing it in. Come on, Marlin, go in so I can see what the decimals were. They matter.
We should be seeing a sub 29.50 from Marlin, though. Or from Psyched, though.
Yeah, 29.40.
Yeah, that latter half of Summit really hit Psyched hard.
Yeah, but still gonna be able to prevent Marlin from taking too many points. Just Marlin only getting 2 points off of that win, like along with the 60 points of a win. So
yeah,
definitely gonna be keeping it close by. So what was that? 27-second difference. That and it's being pre-recorded, no interviews, but a very good race nonetheless. Oh wow, they were updated right away as soon as I said that. It's like the restreamer was ready for me to say it almost. With that, yeah, both players actually are sticking where they were in the standings. They did not move because of that. They actually stood exactly where they were before this race.
I think at this point, top 8 is pretty much set in stone. There may be some swaps within it, but
yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
We definitely already know who we're going to be seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be. I mean, I'm talking to one of the players who already went and is saying he has no chance. So, okay.
I mean, did you see me against Tej? That was something for both of us, even.
Yeah, I don't want to. It's okay. I don't need to focus too much on the bad stuff for you. We can, just get right back into, like talking about how this is a great race we had between these two players, and we're gonna be going right into another one very shortly in about 9 minutes. So stick around for that one. That'll be between M Sushi and Black Pear. So definitely be good to catch that one. So see you with that.
See you soon.